Hello, welcome back to another episode of Off the Box. This one is going to be one of those serious ones today. Okay. Road safety. Social or spatial awareness. Where people are always around you. But today I want to talk about the uses of e-scooters. Yeah, e-scooters. Excuse me. Now, okay. Right, yeah. As I said, this one is going to be quite of a serious note and matter video today. Sorry for the lack of videos recently. I believe there's probably going to be a lack of more videos after today, but I will get onto that shortly. So, in the UK, right, where I'm from, there are laws. So, within the UK, e-scooters are legal, but with significant restrictions. Okay? So, let me go through some of the basically rules that e-scooters are meant to follow. Okay, so privately owned e-scooters cannot be ridden on public roads, pavements, or cycle lanes. Okay, as far as I'm aware, that covers all of the UK. Okay, doesn't matter where you are, and because you are in a different area, does not matter. Right? Riding them on a public space can lead to fines and penalties. Okay? Rental e-scooters are permitted. So basically, okay, so rental e-scooters are permitted in certain cities under government approved trails. Okay? E-scooters are classified as a motor vehicle. Okay? Meaning they must adhere to the same regulations as cars and motorbikes. Okay? So, and this is all from the government guidelines, official government guidelines. So, no matter what you do, okay, so about the issue that's brought this on, okay, whoever you are, you know what you've done, okay, so, you know my best friend, the person that I've been doing all these videos with, pretty much, most of the videos with, okay, yeah, a friend and him were in London today, okay, however, Charlie is now in hospital because he was hit by an electric scooter, okay, so technically he's in the wrong, okay, so at the moment, Charlie is in hospital in London, I hasten to add, with his friend, right? Well, with our friend, okay? I'm here, clearly. He's okay. However, he's had to have x-rays, tests, everything. His left pinky, has completely rotated all the way around. Okay? And possible concussion. He's broken 2, possibly 3 teeth. Just because this man on an electric scooter, this is why every electric scooter should be banned. They should just be banned. Now I'm here, sitting in front of a fucking camera, worried fucking sick. So, and all he did, he obviously fell off as well, his scooter. And obviously, no harm done to him. No, of course he wasn't, because he was wearing his protective gear. Okay? But he just said to Charlie, "Are you alright?" When he's just collided with him. How do you think that makes me feel? The fact my friend is currently sitting in a hospital bed. You should be prosecuted for that and fined. Because technically, you hit him with a motorized vehicle. Under the law. And considering it was a privately owned one as well. As the information that I was given. Okay. No matter where you are, okay, I will put a picture of him, what he looks like right now, okay? You don't understand, do you? How much damage you could have caused. You could have killed him. Could have done. You didn't. You could have done. So, to the male out there, hopefully you see this. Good. Fuck you. Okay? Bravo. I am so angry right now, and I can't say that all the stuff that I want to say. No one should have been riding on a e-scooter. If it's privately owned, they should not be on a public pathway or cycle lane or road. Okay? Should never be on there. If it's privately owned, it should be kept on private property, not on public. You know? And because of that man, yes, I've said it multiple times in this video, he's in a hospital bed because of him. So, but then he offered Charlie, oh, can I get you an ice cream? Yeah, I've done my research, mate. I've gone online and I've done my research on e-scooters. Okay? Right in front of me as well. So, let me just tell you a little bit more. Okay? It is... Oh, sorry. Yes. It is illegal to ride a privately owned electric scooter, also known as an e-scooter, in public, for example, on pavements, roads, or in parks. Okay? So wherever there's people, you should never ride them. Okay? You can get fined and potentially points on your driving license. The scooter could be also seized by the police, which it should have been. Okay? You can only ride a privately owned electric scooter on private land with the permission of the landowner. Okay? So if you own a land that you personally own and you own a personal e-scooter, fine. Have at it. Go. Okay? There are different rules for mobility scooters, obviously, but renting a electric scooter, here we go. You can only rent an electric scooter from official electric scooter rental schemes in certain areas of the country. Okay? These rental schemes are also known as e-scooter trails and have their own rules. So if you were riding on a rental one, okay, you should be abiding by the rules. Okay? You can ride a rental scooter on public roads, including cycle lanes. It is illegal to ride a rented scooter on the pavement or on a motorway. Okay? Who can rent a e-scooter? You must have a full or provisional UK driving license. You might be able to use a full driving license from another country. Check the rules for using your license in the UK. If you have a provisional driving license, you do not need to show L plate when you ride on an electric scooter. Insurance. Here we go. The rental scheme operator will provide third-party motor insurance. Okay? So if it was a rental scheme one, as I said, I messaged him today saying, hang on, was it owned, like privately owned, or a rental? And I said, look, if it was rental, you could possibly sue that company, get the money out of that, because you were damaged. You were in an accident involving one of their scooters by a reckless person. Okay? More explore the topic. Yeah. Road. Oh, this is basically all cars. Okay, that is basically all the like e-scooter sort of things. Okay, that is it. Okay, be more aware, because if he had seen him coming or crossing the road, he should have stopped, not just ploughed through him, pretty much. I was in Norwich today. When I got the message, I'm in hospital. Okay? With the picture that I shown you earlier. Okay? That, and then straight after that, I decided to ring him. And I said, what the fuck's happened? Why are you in a hospital bed with a gown? And he basically explained it all to me, right? But this man, after offering him an ice cream, which all nice and all, but not particularly true, then he basically got on his e-scooter and fucked off. So thanks for that, mate. To be fair, you should have been, like, stopped by the police for to that, is in my eyes, like you hit someone and you just drove off. Yes, you asked him if he was okay because he's the one who hit you, right? The police should have been there to question him and probably breathalyze or do a sobriety drug test or whatever the fuck they do. I have a message. Let's see what the message says. Six. Be back. Okay. It's no one. Well, it was someone, but not irrelevant right now. Okay. So, when you decide to I don't even know what the time is. What is the time? What's the time? Yeah. So it's now what 16:55. So 4:55. Yeah, I believe 4:55. But yeah, that is basically my ranting over. Thank you for hearing me out. Whoever you are, again. Hope you get caught someday. And prosecuted for it. For basically hit and run. Yes, you stopped just because you fell off the bike. Or the scooter. Sorry, whatever. Alright? But, yeah, this was in London. Now, let's see what is the law. Was I can't spell today. Aha, right, okay, round. Okay, so these are the laws on e-scooters in London, specifically London. Okay, rental e-scooters are only legal on public roads legal way are the only legal way to ride on public roads or in public spaces, limited to specific barriers. Privately owned are illegal on public roads, can only be used in private land with permission from. Right, okay. E-scooters must adhere by specific safety features such as speed limits and lights. They are banned from TfL services, whatever that is. Right, riders must be at least 16 years old and have a valid driving license for rental e-scooters, and using the e-scooters illegally can result in fines, penalty points, and vehicle being seized. For more information, official Transport for London website. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, if it was privately owned, you shouldn't have been riding it anyway. Busted. And yeah. Anyway, this will do for today's episode of Off the Box. Yet again, I'm sorry for the upcoming lack of videos and recent lack of videos as well. It's because of now this is going to take time for him to heal. Apparently the hand has to be casted. But yeah, that is it. Okay, and I'm pretty pissed off at this guy who clearly doesn't know the rules of the road. Okay, but that's that. But without further ado, but yeah, as I said, thank you for watching, and a very well, I wouldn't say it's a happy week at all, but we'll see you. Well, I will see you definitely. Not sure about him. Hopefully with him, but without further ado, goodbye.